Pretty good. Yourself? I'm the play-by-play for the other team. Good. Yourself? All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Monday Night Hockey. I guess brought to you by YouTube. Live streaming from the Cavanagh Sensplex in Kinburn for the latest edition of Perth Lanark Wings Hockey. Tonight, the 17-6 Perth Lanark Wings go for, I believe, their 11th straight win in a row, taking on the 6-15 West Carleton Crusaders. Wasn't too long ago that we played against West Carleton, beating them. I believe the score was 7-3 on Friday Night Hockey less than a week ago. Let's see if the boys can keep that win streak alive and extend their win streak to 11. I'm getting a somewhat spotty cell phone reception out of here, so hopefully there's no problems with the live stream, but if there is, a high definition version will be uploaded to YouTube when I get home after the game. One roster note is number 25 Tate Pundick is still out, serving the second of his, I understand, his 2-game suspension. I'm not aware of anyone else that's missing for today, but there's always that chance that someone is. Minute left in the warm-up. There's the team that will be playing tonight. 30 seconds left on the countdown clock. I believe I count 16 skaters, so I believe you have everybody here, minus, again, number 23, Brad Steckley. I believe our starting goalie for tonight is number 30, Jaden Baird. Starting forward line, number 22, Chase Matthews, 32, Mason Jackson, and 28, Micah Vanderbilt, with Christie and McGregor as our starting D. Face-off is quickly won by Perth. Mason Jackson is pushing it through. Puck comes out in the neutral zone. Christie passes it over to McGregor, who backhands it to Jackson, with Vanderbilt going in now, but he loses it, but he's still going for it. The West Carleton kid kind of gave up on it there. Vanderbilt has it behind the net. Matthews is setting himself up front. Passes out front in front of the goalie, but West Carleton was right there to get it. They dump it in behind where Matthews was going for it. West Carleton tries to clear it, but Christie stops it and he dumps it in, goes for a line change. Now Mason Jackson's going in. West Carleton's able to clear it into the neutral zone. Murphy's going in there. Murphy's putting some pressure on it. Same with, I can't see the back of the net, but it comes out of the neutral zone. Ryu, skater goes around Ryu. He takes a shot and it gets deflected off of Baird. Puck comes out, pushed in the neutral zone. There was in there, and same with Murphy. Comes back from McIver. McIver takes a shot, but it hits, and looks like there's a penalty, a boarding call, I believe is what that sign is. So I was looking at 34 McIver taking the shot. So 13:43 left in the first period, and already West Carleton gets a penalty, and the Wings go on a power play. Mahal, Hall, and Mannion now are setting up as our D. Puck goes in behind the goal. Mannion's right there to give chase to it. Mannion has the puck. Looked like he had the puck. It comes loose. Mannion battling hard. Now Mahal goes in there. Mahal picks up the puck. Comes around back. Mahal dumps it back in for Mannion. He loops it around to Hall. Wings having some difficulty here getting it set up. Now Mannion gets it. Mannion tries to shoot it, and it goes off the post, it looks like, and hits the mesh. So full line change for the Wings. Vanderbilt, Jackson, and Matthews come back on. Kirk and Novak are setting himself up as our D. Face off. I would say, tried to keep in there in the blue line, but we couldn't, so the puck comes out. There's Kirk, does a little bit of a pass, but puck comes out in the neutral zone. Matthews is right there to put some pressure on, but puck's retrieved by West Carleton. He dumps it into our end. A minute left in the power play. Jackson passes up to Matthews. It's picked up by Matthews. Takes a shot and it gets deflected wide. West Carleton gets the puck and they dump it back down. 37 seconds left. Kirk over to the shooting for Novak, but Matthews picks it up. Now West Carleton gets it out in the neutral zone. They dump it right there. Don't think Novak saw where it was, but Kirk passes it up out in the neutral zone, and West Carleton dumps it back in. 10 seconds left in the power play. So that power play comes to an end. Christie now gets it. Christie was looking for Murphy, but couldn't control it. Oh, Waugh there, right at the line to keep it in. Waugh is chasing the Crusader player. So is Murphy. Crusaders dump it around. They bring it out. Christie gives a little poke at it. They're able to get the guy. And from their own blue line, West Carleton takes a slap shot right on to Jaden, who stops it for a whistle. 11:19 left in this first period. Face off, won by West Carleton, but quickly retrieved by Perth, who tries to get it out, but West Carleton manages to keep it in. It's picked up by Waugh. Waugh pushes it through to the neutral zone. Their line change there, so had to hold up. West Carleton brings it in. Their player gets unsettled. Puck gets pushed in the neutral zone. Mannion flicks it off the glass. Well, Mannion in the hall going in there. Puck comes out in the neutral zone. Picked up by Christie. Christie passes it back to, I don't know what number that is. McIver. Christie has it again. Christie wraps around. He shoots it into Mahal. Kind of bounces off of Mahal. West Carleton sends it back behind the net. Christie flicks it up to a player who, Mahal, over to Mannion. Mannion takes a shot, and it gets deflected off of the goalie. And there was Mahal to pick up the rebound. So at 10:05 left in the first period, Perth Lanark takes a 1-0 lead. All right, Vanderbilt, Matthews, and Jackson as our starting. Ryu and McIver as our D. Face off. Won by West Carleton, but they shoot it right into Jackson's body. There, McIver. Vanderbilt overskated it, but McIver's right there to take a shot into the goal. Comes around, Vanderbilt does. Vanderbilt shoots it back in. Over to Jackson, but it comes loose. Vanderbilt takes a hard shot. And the D's being replaced. So Ryu and McIver come off. Kirk and Novak go back on. Vanderbilt took the face-off, won. And Jackson shot it high, it went high and wide, rebounded around. Puck's there in the corner, is up along the boards. West Carleton's trying to clear it, but it goes back to Kirk. Kirk kind of dumps it back in. West Carleton chases it, but they end up putting it right on Jackson's tape. Jackson's in there battling hard. Puck comes loose to Kirk. He takes a shot. It goes off the leg of the Crusader. Crusaders get it again. They're able to finally clear it. And no icing on that one. Wings get it. Flick it up to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt just out of the arm reach of Matthews. Well, touched Matthews' tape, but Matthews slid down in the meantime. West Carleton brings it in, and they take a shot at Jaden, but Jaden blocks it. Perth sends it around. They're battling there up along the boards. Murphy's in there. Puck comes out for Waugh. Wall leaves it for Matthews. Sorry, Murphy. And Murphy sends it over the left shoulder of the goalie. So 8:22 into this first period, and Perth takes a 2-0 lead. Courtesy of Waugh and I guess more importantly, Murphy. Face off, picked up by Mannion and picked up by Mahal. Mahal chips it around the player. He braces for the hit. The Crusader kid goes down. Mannion takes a shot, but it gets deflected back to Christie. Christie takes a shot and it goes a little bit wide. Now Hall's in there. West Carleton picks up the puck. They bank it off the boards, but it's backhanded by McGregor. And West Carleton brings it out. Now you got a 2-on-1. They go around Christie, and what we did to West Carleton just there, West Carleton did to us. So 7:47 in the period. West Carleton cuts their deficit by half, and it's 2-1 Perth. All right, Jackson taking the face-off. Picked up by Jackson, gets it. He dumps it in. Vanderbile's going in there. West Carleton has it. They bank it off the boards, but goes back to McIver, who takes a shot, and it's stopped by the goalie and stoppage of play. Face off, won by Vanderbile. Vanderbile's going around. He's jumping on one of the players, but he's battling hard. Puck gets loose. Pass back to Ryu. Ryu takes a kind of a one-timer. It gets deflected and hits the glass. Vanderbile's right there. He gets taken down. West Carleton sends it around, where they pick it up as the D exit the zone. West Carleton's going in there. Ryu. West Carleton tries to center in front of the goalie, but McIver's right there to bat it away. Puck goes back to West Carleton. They shoot it in hard. Picked up by Vanderbile. Vanderbile chips it off, and refs say it deflected. But Jackson's right in there. Jackson, can't quite get his full control of the puck. Picked up by Murphy. Murphy's in there. And Jackson's in there. So we got Murphy and Jackson battling for the puck. Puck comes loose to Kirk. Kirk takes a shot. It gets deflected and it goes in. I think Murphy might have got that, but definitely was definitely put in play by Kirk. So at 6:24 in the first period, Perth gets their two-goal lead back. All right, Watt taking the face-off. Face-off. West Carleton gets the puck. They pass it back to their D. They chip it through the neutral zone, but there's Murphy to make havoc for, but puck's still loose. Puck's in West Carleton's end. West Carleton fires it into the neutral zone where it's picked up, and West Carleton dumps it into our end where it's taken over by Perth, and we send it back out. So West Carleton has to clear. West Carleton now bringing it in. Number 14, Ralph, takes a shot, and it goes high and wide and goes around. Where it's picked up by, I think that's Dowdle. Dowdle was in there fighting for it, and whistle blown for a hand pass. So 5:37 left in the first period. Face-off being taken by Mannion. Face-off won by Carleton Place. Carleton Place chips it forward, hits the linesman. And West Carleton goes offside. So Hall's taking the face off now. Hall gets it. Kind of battling there. West Carleton's able to bring it in. Third player, kind of a weak shot. I think it was tied up by Christie. Puck's picked up by Mannion. Mannion fires it up to Mahal. Hall's there battling. Hall's battling. West Carleton there, sends it back up where Mahal gets it. Mahal sends it in. Hall's setting himself up in front of the net, but he has to go around. Now Mannion is setting himself up on the net. Mahal gets it. He's going around. Takes a check and sends the checker down. Puck's now in there, floats back to the West Carleton player. So Mannion's right there. Same with Hall. Mahal's West Carleton now has it. West Carleton tries to do a cross ice pass, but Mannion's right there. He keeps it in, he shoots, and it goes high and wide. But he's right back in there to put pressure on the kid. West Carleton's able to clear, but now McGregor's fighting it through. Same with Matthews. Puck comes out. West Carleton's able to send it down, where it's picked up by Christie. Christie fires up hard to Jackson. He fires up to Matthews. Matthews gets pushed off the puck, but not before sending it into our end. West Carleton sending it around. Comes loose in the neutral zone where Ryu fires it up to Matthews, who sends it back in. Jackson and Vanderbilt are giving chase now. Puck comes back. He's going to come back to the blue line. It does. Ryu now. Ryu takes a shot. Hits a few buys, where it's picked up by Matthews, who tries taking a shot. West Carleton has some trouble there, and they're able to clear it. Weissing's waved off, so the ice is picked up by, the puck's picked up by Ryu, who banks it off the boards to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's gets tripped, and the arm is right up. So at 3:10 left in the first period, West Carleton is going to go back into the sin bin for 2 minutes for tripping. All right, Dowdle, Waugh, and Murphy are our forwards, with Novak and Kirk as our D. Face-off won by Perth. Novak takes a shot, it gets hit a skate and goes wide. Recovered by West Carleton, who sends it deep down, but their number 11's giving chase for West Carleton. They're not being shy about being shorthanded. Waugh picks up the puck and he pushes it through into their end, where Dowdle's going in. But the puck goes back to Novak. Novak winds up and he takes a shot, but hits a skater in front of him and tries to do a second shot, but couldn't. Puck finally comes loose. West Carleton sends it down at our end off the boards, where Novak's right there. Mannion's now in. Mannion fires it back in for Novak. Kind of get around the West Carleton kids. Mannion sends it up to I think it's Vanderbilt. No, Hall. Hall's going in. Leaves it backhanded pass for Christie, but Christie wasn't quite in position, so he sends it back in where Mannion gets it. Mannion tries doing a wraparound, picks up his own rebound, and in. So a power play goal at 2:03 in the first period sends Perth Lanark up 4-1. So Matthews and Jackson and Vanderbilt. Face-off was controlled by West Carleton. They send it in, where McGregor sends it back into our end. Jackson kind of chips it off the boards, but we are able to get it out in the neutral zone where Vanderbilt has it. Vanderbilt sends it into our end where Matthews is giving chase. Minute 41 left in the first period. West Carleton tries sending it out, but they couldn't. Christie picks it up and fires it in. Vanderbilt's going around. making life difficult for West Carleton, who are able to get out neutral zone into our end. Picked up by Christie. Christie's battling there, same with Matthews. Puck comes loose from McGregor. Minute 16 left in this first period. We fired it around, but it's kept in by West Carleton. We passed it out, but couldn't get on Matthews' stick. So 58 seconds left. West Carleton passes out in neutral zone, but it's picked up by Vanderbilt, who couldn't get it into our end. So now here's West Carleton, takes a shot, it gets a rebound, but it's picked up by McIver. McIver fires it around to Murphy. Murphy's bringing it in. He goes around the D. He takes a shot, and it goes wide. So McIver's right in there. Puck comes loose for McIver. Sends it. He's going to go around, tries doing a wraparound, but the goalie was right there to make the stop. Valiant effort. 19.3 seconds left in the first period. Waugh taking the face off. Puck is picked up by West Carleton. West Carleton brings it out in neutral zone. He sends it around. Ryu is right there to make life difficult for him. 4 seconds left in this first period. And that will be it. So after one period from the Cavanagh Sensplex in Kinburn, Perth Lanark currently has the lead. 4-1. Back in a moment. All right, about to start the second period. Perth Lanark currently up 4-1. Mahal, Mannion, and Hall are our starting forwards, with Kirk and Novak as our starting D. Still in net. Face-off won by Perth. Perth banks it up to Owen Hall, who fires it in. It goes around. Mahal's right there to pick it up. West Carleton kid overskates it. Mahal barrels his way through and gets the puck. It comes loose where Mannion takes a shot, but it goes deflected off of a player's body. And there's a penalty coming to West Carleton. And I didn't see the hand signal, but 21 seconds into the second period, West Carleton gets their third penalty of the game. So face-off, won by Perth. Mannion has it. He's going around. Starts centering it for Mahal, but West Carleton player was right there. Now West Carleton player is coming out. He loses it. We're picked up by Mannion. Mannion's going around. Mannion has it. He passes it over to a player who takes a shot. That's Owen Hall. Mannion was firing it over to Owen Hall, who took a shot and went right into the trapper of the goalie. So 14-17 left in the second period. Wings looking to add another goal to their tally. Face-off won by Jackson. Vanderbile gets it. Vanderbile sends it backhands it in, where it's picked up by Matthews. Matthews does a pass and couldn't keep it in, so McGregor gets it, fires it over to Christie. Now the Wings are going the opposite direction. Christie's trying to evade the Crusader. He has it. He's looking for Vanderbile. Vanderbile has it. He kind of fires, dumps it in where Matthews is going for it. Christie gets it back. Christie evades the guy. Christie passes it back to Jackson. He fires it over to Vanderbile, I believe. Vanderbile leaves it for Jackson. Jackson goes in, tries firing it, but couldn't. West Carleton tries keeping it and tries getting it out, but couldn't, so we fired it back in. Now Jackson has it. Jackson over to McGregor. McGregor takes a shot, and it gets rebounded, picked up by Vanderbile. Vanderbile now, 30 seconds left in the power play. Vanderbile has it. He's in behind the net. Vanderbile's just teasing the guy now. Vanderbile back, tries passing it out front. Just out of the falling arm reach of Christie. 14 seconds left in the power play. Picked up by McGregor. McGregor passes it up to Jackson. Jackson's going around the forward. He's going in. A little poke check there by West Carleton. And it floats. It's kept in. Well, it was initially. West Carleton's able to clear it. Now they're back to 5-on-5. McIver has it. McIver fires it through into the neutral zone. Through the neutral zone into that, where Mannion and Mahal are. Puck now is controlled by West Carleton. West Carleton has it behind the net. Try pass up with the boards. McIver was right there to kind of dump it back in to hold the line. Comes loose. Mannion picks up the puck and fires it in, where Mahal and Ryu are going for it. Mahal dumps it back in where Hull was going for it. Puck comes loose from McIver. McIver fires it in. Comes back to McIver. And now McIver couldn't get it. West Carleton got to it first. Fired into the neutral zone where Ryu fires it back into our end. The offensive zone. And we hadn't left the zone yet, so that's offside for us. So 11:45 left in the second period. Waugh taking the face-off. Face-off is picked up by West Carleton. West Carleton moves back into their end. They clear it into the neutral zone where Novak gets it. Novak fires it over to Murphy. Murphy's trying to control it, but couldn't, so West Carleton has it. West Carleton sends it back into the neutral zone where Murphy's there to pick it up. Now it comes loose for Waugh. Waugh just couldn't get it, but it's picked up. And yeah, it's picked up and fired over to Christie, who couldn't do anything with it, but Dowdle, penalty coming. Penalty coming to, I believe, number 14, Dowdle, for hooking. So 11:05 left in the second period. Dowdle goes to the box for West Carleton's first power play of the game. So Jackson's taking the face-off. Face-off won by Jackson. It's back to Novak. Novak turns around and fires up the boards where it's kept in by West Carleton. West Carleton dumps it back in. West Carleton now passes it on the puck. Back to the D. The D fires up to the player there. Tries to backhand it, and the player couldn't get his stick on it. West Carleton has it. They try wrapping it. Well, they're going around the net. They pass it out front. Pass back to the D at the blue line. And finally, Perth's able to get it out. Line change for Perth. But Mannion's right in there. Mannion intercepts it. He goes around. Got a beautiful shorthanded goal. And whistle blown there. I think the net came off. All right. Net came off, so the whistle was blown. Totally appropriate call. Perfect opportunity, kind of ruins the chance there, but anyway, 10-16 left in the second period. Mannion has it, he wins it, fires it back to Matthews. Matthews backhands it weakly, and it's loose. The goalie doesn't know where it is. And that was probably a perfect play by Matthews right there. The goalie couldn't get his glove on it, so anyway, a minute left in the power play for West Carleton. West Carleton has the puck on our end, where Perth's trying to get it out, and we managed to clear it. Matthews sends it down, or one of our players sends it down, I believe, but picked up by West Carleton, and sends it in. 40 seconds left in the power play. West Carleton takes a shot. West Carleton takes a shot, and Jaden was doing his best to keep it, and eventually the whistle was blown. So one of the West Carleton players was pointing at the net, like as if it went in, but clearly wasn't the case. Face off won by Hall, who sends it around to his D. Before we send it up the boards, picked up by the West Carleton D of the blue line, who fires it in, and Jaden puts his glove on it. 28 seconds left in this period. Face off again, won by Perth. We get the puck, and Mahal loses his footing. West Carleton gets it. They take a shot. West Carleton took a shot at Jaden, and I think he got a piece of it, and it slowly trickled in. So that erases the penalty. At 9:15, West Carleton comes back and makes it 4-2. I thought I heard one of our coaches yelling offside, but probably that's not what Coach Chad was yelling. Anyway, Mannion taking the face-off with Mahal and Hall. Face-off won by Mannion. Our D's pass it back just out of the reach of Hall. And Mannion picks it up and fires it in. And then picked up by Hall, who fires it just out of the outreach of Mannion. Picked up by West Carleton. West Carleton tries clearing it, but there was Hall to keep it in. It's picked up by Mannion, who fires it in, and just kind of a wide open net there for Hall, but he couldn't get a stick on it. Or, sorry, couldn't get a shot away. West Carleton now has it. They send it up to the forward player, out to a kid in the neutral zone. But there was Kirk. Kirk goes in, picks up the puck. Perth Lanark was trying to clear it there, but just out of reach of Hall. Kept in by West Carleton. West Carleton sends it around, where Mahal picks it up. Mahal's fighting through. You have Mahal and Hall. Mahal takes a shot, and it's high and wide. Nothing that Hall could do there to try to get it. Perth was on a defensive line change, so our boys weren't in place. Waugh now battling in there. Same with Murphy. McGregor joins the pile. Now here's a 2-on-1. Some good back checking by McGregor. And good poke check, and that puck gets brought away. McGregor's just going like a bull. Waugh now picks it up, but he gets bumped off the puck where West Carleton gets it. Thought we were able to clear it now. 7:28 left in the second period. Now we're finally able to clear it, but Murphy's going in there. Puck now behind the West Carleton net. They fired up the boards. West Carleton has it in the neutral zone. They go in, they take a shot, but again, it goes very wide. Rebound picked up by West Carleton, who fires it back in. And it eventually makes its way in the neutral zone. Someone's going to the box for interference. So number 14 for West Carleton is going to the box for 2 minutes at 6:56 for an interference call. And once again, Perth finds himself going on the power play with a score of 4-2. All right, Vanderbilt taking it now. Face off won by West Carleton, who lightly passed it up. But now Vanderbilt's going in there. Puck goes back to Ryu. Ryu passes it over to McIver, who takes a shot, and it goes wide. I think the West Carleton player was kind of slow to get up off the ground there. Puck comes loose, picked up by Ryu, who sends it back in where Vanderbilt is. Vanderbilt outruns the guy. He knocks over a kid. West Carleton tries to clear it, but they couldn't. Run into Ryu. Ryu. Oh, McIver tries taking a shot, but it gets rebounded off of one of the West Carleton players. Now they go in. They're going around. 1:10 left in this power play. West Carleton's going around, and they bring it out in the neutral zone. Obviously, they wanted to waste some time. Now Perth gets it. Perth pushes it through, where Vanderbilt's not making it easy. Puck is picked up. Ooh! Puck's picked up by Jackson. He tried sliding it in. Now Owen Hall's in there. Owen Hall over to Jackson. Jackson tries backhands it, and it goes wide. Now Owen Hall. Owen Hall is going through. He takes a shot. It goes wide. Picked up by McIver. McIver sends it in. He was preparing himself to do a one-timer, but no one was passing it to him. But now Mannion has it. It's one-timer by Hall. Hall goes. Some good pressure being put on the West Carleton goalie, but it ain't going through. So that's 21 seconds left in the power play. 5:17 left in the second period. So now Mannion and Mahal and Hall are still on. Well, Kirk and Novak are D. Face off. Picked up by Perth, who sent Novak sends it in, and easy glove save by the goalie. Puck kind of floated back to Novak. He quickly got rid of it. So let's try this again. Face off, won by Mannion, who shoots it over to Mahal, who fires it back to Kirk, who dumps it back in for Mannion. Mannion has it. He sends it back, tries taking a shot, but it comes out. So that will, oh, we try playing it, and breakaway for number 3 for West Carleton, but it hits the bar. A great opportunity for them, but no success. Mannion now. Mannion is trying to push it through, but couldn't. It comes in by West Carleton. We try clearing it, and we do. Where Mahal gets it. Mahal's going in. Tries going around the player, but he loses it. So West Carleton gets it. Tried doing a high pass into the neutral zone up to a kid that was sitting there near the blue line, and he just out of the arm reach, stick reach, so that flies past the goal line, and so icing. 4:18 left in the second period. 4-2 Perth. Waugh now taking it. Waugh wins the face-off, fires over the map to Murphy. Murphy has it. He sends it back, but West Carleton fires it out where Christie was right there. Now Waugh and Dowdle are going at it, or going after the puck. West Carleton's trying to clear it, but Dowdle and Waugh aren't making it easy. Comes back to the blue line, where West Carleton's able to kind of force it through. West Carleton sends it into our end. Where McGregor has it, I believe that's McGregor. He fires up to the boards, where it's picked up by West Carleton. Now Waugh gets it. Waugh fires it over to Dowdle, but Dowdle couldn't get his stick on it, so West Carleton still battling. Puck comes loose to the D on the blue line, and they fire it in, but it gets stopped by Christie. Now, Mahal was looking for it. Here goes Dowdle. Dowdle passes it over to Waugh. I think there were a line change going on there. 2:57 left in the second period. Dowdle goes down. West Carleton now, they send it from behind the net up around the boards. Where Matthews was right there, but he couldn't get his stick on to do anything with it. So now West Carleton comes out. There you go. Number 9's going in there. 9 tries centering it, but McGregor's right there to stop it. McGregor fires it around where it's picked up by West Carleton, and that kid is laid out. A hard hit. Vanderbilt now. Vanderbilt fires up to Matthews. Matthews dumps it in, but Vanderbilt takes a shot. 2:11 left in the second period. West Carleton tries sending it through, but there was McIver to pick it up. Things are getting a little physical here, and I don't think West Carleton likes it. West Carleton fires. Now it comes out all the way around. McIver's giving hard chase, but it comes out. McIver took a shot, but that was clearly offside. So 1:48 left in the second period. Plenty of scoring opportunities by Perth and by West Carleton. Face-off won by Mannion, but it floats back up against the boards. West Carleton gets to it first, and they're able to dump it in. But we quickly are able to bring it out. Novak there fires it up against the boards, but no one's able to touch it, so that's icing for us. So it comes back into Perth's end. Mannion, Mahal, Hall, Kirk, Novak. Face-off won by Mannion. Back to Kirk, he sends up the boards, but West Carleton was right there to get it. West Carleton tries firing it back across the boards through one of the D, but they're battling there. Good fight by Owen Hall. Who manages to steal the puck from the West Carleton player and push it, I think, under the pads of the goalies. So at 1:13 left in the second period, Owen Hall sends it up 5-2. He never gave up. Awesome play. Face-off. Won by Perth with Mahal and Owen Hall and Mannion. Back to Mannion. Mannion takes a shot, but it gets deflected. It hits the stick and gets deflected. Puck goes around. Last minute of play in this second period. Puck comes back to Novak. Novak tries to take a shot at it, but again, picks up, it hits some sticks. Where Owen Hall gets it. Owen Hall's going around. He passes up to Mahal, who sends it in, but it goes a little bit wide. Novak sends it into the center of the ice, where it's picked up by one of our players. Here's Mahal now. Mahal fires it as a West Carleton kid takes a big hack at his stick, and Novak picks up the rebound and slides it into the glove of the goalie. 23.7 seconds left in the second period. 5-2 Perth, looking to extend their win streak to 11 games. Waugh wins the face-off. Over to Dowdle. Back to Waugh. Waugh dekes the guy out. Passes it over to Christie, but just out of arm reach of Christie. I think got a little bit of a stick on it, so West Carleton picks up the puck and brings it into our end, where West Carleton takes a little floater of a shot, and it easily stopped by Jaden, so 6.5 seconds left. Boys having to set up. Waz taking our face-off. Face-off won by West Carleton. West Carleton shoots. And no goal, says the goalie, or says the ref. And that will be the end of the second period. So two pucks that hit the bars. But the bounces weren't in our favor, weren't in West Carleton's favor. So going into the third period, Perth has a 5-2 lead. Be back in a second. All right, welcome back to the third period. 18 minutes up on the clock. Perth looking to maintain this 3-goal lead. Jackson, Matthews, and Vanderbilt taking the face-off. Face-off won by West Carleton, who sends it up the boards. Picked up by number 11 for West Carleton. He goes around where Vanderbilt is right there to give a little bump of the West Carleton player. Puck comes loose. Was picked up by Jackson. Jackson now coming out into West Carleton's end. He passes it. No, he keeps the puck, but he loses it. So puck is out in the neutral zone. He's going around. Puck comes picked up by West Carleton, who brings it out. West Carleton sends it off the glass weakly. Picked up by number 3. West Carleton player going back to the blue line, takes a shot, and it ricochets off of the player. But there's Jackson going right in there. With Vanderbilt and Matthews setting up at front. West Carleton keeps it into the neutral zone, floats into Perth's end, where Ryu's right there. Puck goes around the net where McIver picks it up. McIver shovels it up to Hall. West Carleton player takes the shot. Now Mahal's bringing it out. Mahal chips it around the player. He's going in, cutting in, and scores! How he was able to do that while avoiding the hit from the West Carleton player, I do not know. But Mahal puts it in the back of the net to make it 6-2 Perth. All right, Mannion now taking it with Mahal and Hall as his line mates. Mannion wins it. Mahal picks it up. He sends it back in. Hits the kid in front of him, so it doesn't go anywhere, but Mahal's right there. Always chases the puck, sends it back to Kirk. Kirk sends it wide. Mahal's right there, and so is Mannion. Mannion now has it. Mannion runs into the guy in front of him, sends that kid down. Mannion has the puck. Mannion fires it out front, but out of the arm reach of, I think that's Hall. Picked up by West Carleton. West Carleton brings it through. And they, into our end. A backhanded pass for a player who sends it high and wide. That was a rocket. Had the speed, but didn't have the accuracy. Murphy now has it. Murphy backhands it. We're going after it with Waugh and Dowdle. Dowdle's right in there. West Carleton now They send her to the middle of the ice. And now they bring it down neutral zone, where one of their players was sitting right at the blue line. Goes past him and right into Jaden's blocker. So 15-13 left in this game. 6-2 Perth. Face off, picked up by Perth. McGregor's going around the net. He's bringing it through, but he loses it, turns it over to West Carleton. He's right in front of Jaden, and Jaden has to put his blocker on it. For a stoppage of play. So Jackson, Matthews, and Christie. Face-off, won by West Carleton. But we were able to punch it through. Matthews now going in. Matthews is looking for a player, and it goes off to the goalie, where the rebound's picked up by West Carleton. West Carleton's trying to deke out one of our players. They now bring it through the neutral zone, but Vanderbile's not making it easy. He gets brought down, and I think that's a tripping call coming. Yeah, tripping call coming on McGregor. So at 14:32 in the third period, West Carleton will go on, I believe, their second power play. Mannion setting up and taking our face-off with Mahal and Ryu. Face-off won by Mannion. Back around to McIver, who sends it up, tries to clear, but it's kept in by West Carleton. And now Ryu is able to clear it. Mahal is going in there. West Carleton now has the puck. They bring it out of their end. They're going through the neutral zone. They go around Ryu. They try to close it, but the kid whiffs on it. But he picks up his own. McIver's right there to make it difficult. He pushes the kid off it. And puck gets backhanded pass out to the blue line, but not out. West Carleton takes a shot. Picked up by McIver, who sends it out but not in, or sends it up but not out. West Carleton sends it back in. McIver now. He gets blocked out. West Carleton has it, they take a shot. And there's a and I believe the net came off again, so the ref is right on the goal line, blows the whistle, and has a stoppage of play. So a minute 3 left in the penalty to McGregor. 13:35 left in this game. And the score is 6-2. Face off being taken by Hall. It's picked up by West Carleton. West Carleton fires it over to a D. He takes a shot, but it goes wide. They get the rebound. West Carleton now is going around, going in the middle of the ice. They fire it back to number 19, Vappet. He takes a shot, and again, wide. Picked up by Hall. Hall's trying to battle it through, but there's a couple of West Carleton kids there. Hall's trying to put pressure on him. Now it's picked up by Novak, who sends it down. 28 seconds left in this power play. West Carleton fires it up from behind the net to the boards where Hall's there. Hall gets the puck, and he fires it, and it's wide. Picked up by West Carleton. West Carleton's looking for a player in the neutral zone, but no one there to pick it up. So Perth will, and we'll fire it in. So that kills the penalty. So no damage caused by that penalty. West Carleton has the puck in their end. And now they clear it through where Kirk has it. Kirk looks for Jackson. Jackson has it, he goes around, where it's picked up by Waugh, but he couldn't get it, so picked up by West Carleton. Now Dowdle's in there, puck comes loose to Jackson. Jackson's trying to stick on his way through, but he can't. West Carleton gets it. They pass it through up into the neutral zone. West Carleton kid number 20 was wanting to take a shot, but I think there was Christie there to put a little poke check on and stop the puck, or sorry, push it away. And now puck comes out of the neutral zone where Wall has it, going for a line change. West Carleton has it. They're kind of circling the neutral zone. Try passing it to number 20, who was right there, but couldn't get a stick on it, so it goes through. Now Vanderbilt fires up to Matthews. It's out of his reach, a few feet in front of him, so Vanderbilt shoots the puck off for an icing call. 11-11 left in this third period. 6-2 for Perth. Vanderbilt takes it. He wins the puck. Face off, he's going through the neutral zone. Goes around the player. Takes a shot. Rebound. Wasn't able to get the rebound. Murphy wasn't able to get the rebound. Now West Carleton picks it up and they're bringing it through. West Carleton player rams himself into the boards. Now Murphy picks up the puck and he dumps it in. He goes off for a line change. Now Mannion's in there, Mahal and Hall. Puck. West Carleton comes out. They try going around, but there was McIver. Dumps it in the neutral zone where Mahal and Mannion are putting pressure on him. Rio picks up the puck and dumps it in. Picked up by West Carleton. They come out now, but Mahal's giving chase. West Carleton kid fires it back behind him. And you have Mahal and battling the guy. West Carleton gets it. They fire it through. Across, McIver's able to keep it in while losing his balance and falling in the neutral zone, but he did his job. Ooh, a little bit of high fire shot at the Crusader, but play continues. 9:36 left in the third period. Ryu gets the puck, he dumps it in. Hall's right there to continue to put some pressure. He's going around. Picked up by Wall, I think that is. Fires back to Kirk, takes a shot, but it gets deflected wide. Novak was looking for it, but it's picked up by Waugh. 9:06 left in the third period. Perth doing a great job keeping it in. West Carleton now has it behind their net. They pass it up and out in the neutral zone, through the neutral zone. The kid they were looking for lost his skate, so he falls to the ground. Puck recovered by Perth. Picked up by Kirk for Murphy, who loses it as it floats through the neutral zone, but putting pressure on him. Big collision there near center ice. 8:22 left in the third period. West Carleton sends it through into the neutral zone, through our end, and good call there. West Carleton almost went offside. Jackson now. Jackson skates past Matthews and takes a shot and stop saved by the goalie. 8:01 left in the third period. Jackson, Matthews, and Vanderbilt are forwards with Christie and McGregor as their D. Face off, recovered by West Carleton. West Carleton sends it to a player who got it kind of deflected off his stick and back into the corner there where Jackson is. Now Matthews is going around. West Carleton brings it out to the blue line. Christie's able to keep it in where Matthews picks it up. He backhands it This gets intercepted there by West Carleton, so they have the puck. Vanderbile's going around, putting pressure. Jackson comes in, he's able to keep it in. Jackson now tries skating through some of the players, and he loses the puck. West Carleton now brings it up. Goes around McGregor. Tries going around McGregor, and shot taken at Jaden. And a little bit of a skirmish there in front of the net, but whistle's blown. 7:10 left in the third period. Mannion now taking it. Mannion. West Carleton wins the face-off. They pass it back to the D. He kind of flubs it. Picked up by Mannion. Mannion banks it up, but just out of the reach of Hall, but Hall's definitely in there. He picks it up, goes around, backhands it, and couldn't get it in. Puck still in play. Mannion there, give him chase, give him battle. And stopped by the goalie, so they'll blow the whistle. A little bit of a tussle there after it. Mannion taking it. Face off won by Mannion, back to Ryu. Ryu fires up. It just goes wide where Mahal is right there. Mahal was right there to get the rebound, but the goalie was also right there to make the save. So let's do this again. Ryu and McIver are D. Hall, Mannion, and Mahal are our forwards. Face off won by Mannion. Goes back to Ryu, who kind of flicks it through. And kind of bounced in front of the goalie there and made a save. Face off. Picked up by Perth. And sorry, West Carleton. West Carleton is able to kind of float it through to the neutral zone, but Perth sends it back in. Now Mahal gets it. Mahal winds up. He takes a shot, and it gets rebounded wide. Picked up for Mannion, who fires it in. Kept in by Ryu. Ryu takes a shot, gets deflected off of a West Carleton's stick where Hall takes it. He fires it in. Again, picked up by West Carleton, who gets it out. West Carleton picks it up, brings it into our end, takes a flutter of a shot. 5:47 left in the third period. Face off, picked up by Perth. Murphy's going in. Murphy's trying to skate around everybody. He loses it. West Carleton picks it up. Now they're bringing it around. They try doing the same thing. They lose it. Now Wall's going. Wall now goes in, passes it back to Novak. He takes a hard shot. And it goes wide where Murphy picks it up, passes it back to, I think that's Wall. Pass back to Kirk at the blue line. Kirk's trying to keep it in, and it comes loose. Kirk kind of floats the puck to the West Carleton player, takes a shot, and stopped by Jaden. So approaching the 5-minute mark left in this game. 6-2 is the current score. Face off, won by Perth. Ooh, left right in front of Jaden. Let's try this again. Jackson taking the face off. Picked up by Perth, who tries going around, but A little bump there by West Carleton, so they pick up the puck. Now Christie's battling in there. Christie gets bumped from behind. Puck now being brought out by Jackson. Jackson's going around, leaves it for Matthews, who I think was not expecting it. But it floats back to Christie. Puck there in the corner, picked up by West Carleton. With Jackson in there. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Where the West Carleton player takes a shot, and it goes wide. Now Vanderbilt tries fighting his way through. Instead, Jackson's going to try doing it. The puck comes loose a little bit, picked up by Jackson. Christie fires it up to Mahal. Mahal over to Novak. Sorry, McGregor. Who fires in, he goes off for a line change. Picked up by West Carleton, and there's no D there because our D was on a line change. So now West Carleton brings it out, but McIver's right there to make his life difficult. His body's on the ground there. Mannion was pinched up against the boards. So 3:18 left in this game. Still 6-2. Mannion taking the face off. Mannion wins it, passes it back to McIver. McIver has it. McIver fires it up to Mannion. It goes off his stick. It's picked up by Hall. Hall fires it. It gets rebounded. Mannion now. Ooh. Gets past the D. Where it's picked up. Now Mannion fires it in. And that's icing. So 2:48 left in the game, and Perth is pretty much in control. Face off. Picked up by West Carleton, who goes around. But going around the goal, they lose it, but pass it back to the D at the blue line. Now West Carleton's trying to bring it through to the other side of the ice. They pass it back to the D at the blue line, who passes it up. Wall goes in there, back, the puck's behind the net. West Carleton trying to control the puck. They circle around, drop pass for the D at the blue line. But they can't get any shots away. West Carleton now goes around where Waugh is there. West Carleton chips it up to a D, but on the other side of the blue line, so out. 2 minutes left in this game. Puck in West Carleton's end. They're regrouping, they're bringing it around. Battling through the neutral zone. West Carleton goes offside. So 1:44 left in the game. 6-2 for the Wings. Face-off won by West Carleton, but there's Jackson. He gets the puck. Comes loose for Vanderbilt, but he loses it. He goes into the corner there. 1:30 left. West Carleton trying to get something going here, but they're not able to really get it out of their end. Matthews is in there. Now West Carleton sends it around where McGregor tries keeping it in, but just comes out. So offside for the Wings. 1:13. McIver and Ryu come on as D. Mahal, Mannion, and Hall. Face off one and pushed into the West Carleton end, but now West Carleton brings it out. All right, Less than a minute left in this game. Mahal picks up the loose puck. He goes around. Backhands, doesn't drop past to nobody. Picked up by West Carleton. West Carleton tries to get something going through the neutral zone, but there was Hall to pick it up. 41 seconds left. McIver going around. McIver gets taken down, or loses his stick, or loses his balance. But anyway, puck picked up by Mahal. 30 seconds left. Mahal passes in front of our player, who was right in front of the goalie. 20 seconds left, approaching. Puck comes out in the neutral zone. And cross-checking, I believe, or checking from behind. There's a player for the Perth Wings. They're calling the trainer over. I didn't see it. So there's 16.3 seconds left in this game. "16 seconds left. The bodies on our players on the ground. The refs are talking with each other. I think the kid's just been ejected. So 5 minutes. Checking from behind for number 15. Haven't been in this situation, unfortunately, as a parent. That kid should be serving a 3-game suspension. 2 for checking from behind, and another game because it's within the last 10 minutes of the period. 16.3 seconds left. So now the refs are talking with the coach. So we have 4 minutes left until curfew. 16.3 seconds left in the game. It's 6-2 Perth. Coach Chad talking to them. So thankfully, our player, I didn't see who it was, got up off the ice, skated off, and so we're also getting a penalty. So looks like number 11 is going to the box. So 5 minutes is up on the board for West Carleton. 2 minutes is on the board for us. Coaches are calling for the refs because we had an extra player. Face-off won by Perth. Dowdle gets pushed down. Wall picks up the puck. 10 seconds left in the game. Puck is trying to battle through the puck. 2 seconds left in the game. And that's the game. So from almost the very first puck drop, Perth Lanark Wings were dominating that game. They defeat the West Carleton Crusaders 6-2 to go 18-6. But more significantly, they have 11 games win streak. Phenomenal effort by everybody on this team. Meanwhile, I believe the West Carleton Crusaders go 6-16. So I'll do the handshakes. All right, so that's it for Monday Night Hockey from the Cavanagh Sensplex in Kinburn, where the Perth Lanark Wings defeat the West Carleton Crusaders 6-2. Next game, I believe, is this coming Sunday in Perth against the Sissville Rams. Our last game against them didn't go so well near the beginning of the season, so a lot has happened since then. So hopefully it will not be a repeat of that game. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and We'll see you later.